This is drawing 6. This is probably one of the more complicated ones that we're going to do. And then things are going to taper off. We're going to do 2 a day instead of just 1. So in this object, we still have kind of this 3-step figure. The top step is 3/4 of an inch long. The bottom step is 3/4 of an inch long. The middle one, we're going to have to do some math to calculate. So we know that this section is 1.5 inches. This section is 3/4, and whatever's left here will give us the other half of this 1.5 inches. So if we take 1.5 inches minus 3/4, we're left with 3/4. You're going to have to do that as well for the height here in the middle step. It's going to give you the bottom, the top, and the total, and you'll have to figure out that middle size. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to put this off to the side if you want to screenshot it, or just pause. That way you have the measurements for you. Looks like my triangle ran off, so I gotta dig around here and find one. Oh, isn't that always fun? There we go. Found my triangle. Don't want to do it without my trusty triangle. Lightsaber trying to take the spotlight, or let's just call this a handle. All right. So number 6. First things first, we're going to get that starting point. We're going to do 1 inch over, 1 inch up. Make our little crosshairs. Now, I don't actually remember what this one's supposed to look like when it's all done, but I'm confident I'll figure it out as I go because, well, I can look at the isometric and kind of tell what the front view should be, what the right side should be, and what the top should be. And at this point, you should be able to do the same thing as well if you've done all the other drawings and all the other shapes. All right, so going across the bottom, it looks like we have 1.5 inches plus 3/4. That's going to give us 2 1/4. Using my triangle and ruler together. 2 1/4. While I'm here, I'm going to mark out where all the steps are. First one's at 3/4. The middle one we said was at 3/4. And then the last one should be 3/4 as well. So it's even going across the bottom. I'm going to skip 1 inch. And I'll do the right side view, which looks like it's 1.5 plus 3/4. So this is where people get screwed up here. They'll do 1.5 for the width, or the depth, but they forget to add on the 3/4 for this top piece. So it's important that you get both of them, which is going to end up adding up to 2 1/4 again. So we have 2 1/4. And then I want to mark out where each of those are. So going from the right, or the back, we should say, the back going forward is 3/4 of an inch sticking out there. So mark that. And if I know that the top step here is 1.5 inches and this is 3/4, that tells me that this must also be 3/4. Three quarters, Just making sure I marked this right. No, I didn't. I actually screwed up a little bit here, because I was already at 9 1/4 when I started, and I went to 7 1/4, which was only going to give me 2 inches here at the bottom. I need 2 1/4. So that mark is wrong, that mark is wrong, and that mark is wrong. So I should be right there, right there. All right. Sorry about that confusion. See if I can get those out of there. I'm doing this at like 6 in the morning, so it's a little early. All right, moving over to the other side. I'm not even right on my crosshairs. I'm a little off there as well. That's okay. All right, so it looks like the total height is 2 1/2, and the top step is 3/4. The bottom step is 1. So I'm going to mark out those on here. So we got 2 1/2 is our total. Mark that. That first step is 1. Mark that guy, and then the top step is 3/4. So I'm just going to go down from the top to the 3/4 mark. I'll skip 1 inch. Top view is going to be the same as the right side view because they're both showing the depth. So that was 2 and 2 1/4. So we're going to go up here to 4 1/2, 5 1/2, add 1/4. So 5 3/4. And then we want to mark that, looks like every 3/4. And we should be good to go there. And it's just a matter of making a grid, figuring out what's a hidden line, what's a solid object line, and going from there. So this first step, so I need to put this line in here. So it's going to be up here at the top. And then in my top view, it's going across the middle section and the back section. Moving on to the next step. This one should be in the middle here in our front view, right there. And then in the top view, it's going to be in the middle as well. And it's going to come down, yeah, so in the top view, it's actually going to come all the way across the other way. Something like that. Oh, I think my triangle moved on me a little bit. Sure did. Making all kinds of mistakes today. Let's get that line out of there. And last but not least, we have the bottom step. And then in our top view, again, it's going to go the whole way across up here. Triangle keeps jumping on me. All right. Then we're going to go across, do our horizontal lines. Oh, wait, we still have to do our right side view. Almost forgot. This first one's only going to go up part way. Next one looks like it's going up here and here. So we're going to go up to the top. And then okay, so this one is going to be here at the bottom, going up to the middle. And then the last one is just up here at the top. That's a little confusing, but you can start to see the shape there. And then here we have our 3 steps, and in the top view you can kind of see a zigzag as well. So we have that zigzag shape going right side view, and then top view going across. You can kind of see that taking shape a little bit. Alright, let's connect that, connect that. And this is going to be hidden here. I missed another hidden line. Okay, so we have a hidden line here because there's an edge under here that we can't see. Oops. There's an edge under here that we can't see, so we have a hidden line showing that in the top view. In the front view, we have a hidden line here for that same edge. And then on the right side view, there's actually a hidden line here, which we need to add back in there, right here. And what else am I missing? I actually need to throw some lines in there as well. So it's important to go back and double check your work, make sure that you're not forgetting anything. I started rushing here a little bit at the end because our video is getting long. But that should be what we end up with. And I'm sure I'll find something else wrong with it later. You would also want to erase this little bit of a line here as well. And this guy. Yep, there's another line here. Showing that box, right? Because that part's sticking out towards us. I think we're good. All right, throw your isometric on there. This is going to be a product grade for Q2. That applies in 2020. I'm sure I'll use these videos for many years after, so not sure if those same grades and stuff will apply later. But please check this out. This is going to be really helpful for you. Good luck. And here's your measurements in case you need them.